Hello, fellow spirit travelers. Welcome to Messages for Collective. My name is Kayla, and I am so happy that you are here for this Cancer reading. This is going to be for anyone with Cancer as their sun, moon, or rising. Cross watchers are welcome. Flip the energy if needed, and please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. You know, I did just notice on the cut here that there's something about the here and now, being in the here and now. We'll see what the messages are for Cancer. I don't know what this reading is going to be about, but you'll know from the title. So we're just going to see what Spirit wants to tell you. One more shuffle, and then we will get it. All right. So, all right, Spirit. Messages for Cancer, please. Okay, this one will come out. Messages for Cancer, please, Spirit. Messages for Cancer. Messages for Cancer. Messages for Cancer. Messages for Cancer. All right, that's going to be good. Okay. Interesting so far. Ooh. All right, Cancer. Well, we have soulmates here. We have Yang. This is time for a nap, so this might be just a need to get some rest so that you can hear what Spirit has to say to you. And here, let me move these. We have orphaned. So there could be a situation where you really feel like you were kind of abandoned. I want you to be able to see all the cards. You can't really see them that well, but that's okay. Wow, this could be some type of parent issues, mother or father issues, or something where you just feel like you had been abandoned, maybe by the people that were supposed to be there for you. And I feel like there is an energy of harnessing the Yang energy. So harnessing the the masculine energy to create something, to bring something into fruition, right? Maybe in that harnessing the masculine energy, you find a soulmate. But this is asking you to rest. This is like saying that there's a need for you to settle down and rest on something before maybe making a decision, because I think if you rest, you'll find out that something is not for you, and that it is just a cycle or a cyclic type of situation that you don't have to claim if you don't want to. And it's almost like there's just a feeling of being abandoned, or like left out to kind of just fend for yourself, you know, like, which is creating this cycle, this because with this rest, with this healing, you'll realize that something you're dealing with, you don't actually have to deal with. Here, let me shuffle this deck real quick and see if we can get some more messages from the tarot to kind of get this together. Something about feeling abandoned, potentially by a male energy, or like a father figure, or which could keep you from finding your soulmate, because, or even being capable of being someone else's soulmate at this point, because there's this healing that's needed. All right, Spirit. Cancer. Give me messages for Cancer, Spirit, please. Messages for Cancer. All right. There is a sense of, wow. All right, we have a King of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Three of Wands. It's like somebody's waiting for something. I feel like there's a desire for this King of Wands to move forward towards, if you're a female, then there's a desire from a King of Wands to move forward towards you. And you may be waiting for this information or a message from this person, or some type of communication, or they are waiting for you. I kind of more feel like you're waiting for a message from this person. It's like they may be overthinking it. It's like they really want to come forward, but they might not know how to approach you. Let's see. Ooh, come on. Four of Wands. There's a lot of sexual energy here. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of desire, a lot of physical energy. Like physically someone is waiting for a message, or it's like there's a knowing that something is coming. Or maybe there's a strong feeling that someone is your soulmate, or that you're just trying to find your soulmate, but there's a need for healing to figure out what is for you and what is not for you. Because there are some wounds, some old wounds from when you were a child that still have not healed. And it's like it's creating just this cycle of continuing on the same... I get this, like there's this cycle. Yeah, there's something, it's like there's no moving on from something. It's like someone's sitting in an energy of, instead of moving on to less turbulent atmosphere or place, it's like someone's just sitting in a negative energy. Sitting in that broken-hearted energy. There's definitely a feeling of being broken-hearted. Maybe that there was somebody that you thought was your soulmate, and it's turning out that this person is not. And it could be that finding out that this person is not your soulmate could be also a reason for this orphaned feeling. But there's like definitely something about, you know, and I'll say this, with this orphaned card, it's this little bird, but if you see there, it's wearing a wedding dress. It's sitting in the nest, and it's almost like I thought this was it. I thought this was my soulmate. I thought this was my thing or my person, and maybe you're finding out right now that it's not. And there's another energy of you just feel the unfinished business, but you're not realizing that it needs to be left in the past because this person isn't for you. This person is, they could be a go-getter, but I also feel like they're very kind of like, they could potentially be an overthinker. It could be somebody who, or they don't think enough, or they kind of come off as if they're like, they don't know better or something. It's weird. Yeah, there's a definite need to walk away from something, but nobody's moving, or you're not moving away from it. I feel like you're not moving away from it. This is really saying it's time to walk away from a situation and get some rest, get some healing going on. Because once you do that, you're going to realize that your fortune lies in a whole different place. Let's see, what else do we have for Cancer? And it's really difficult. This is difficult. First of all, the situation alone is difficult. But on top of that, it's just the entire situation is difficult. It's like, especially if you really thought someone was your person. Now, here's the thing. I see a lot of sexual energy here and very little emotion. I really see almost no emotion in this. So this is more of a desire to have this person be it, but not the actual connection. It's like it looked good, or it sounded good, or, you know, the idea of it was good, but it's not the actual connection for you. And I don't think you're realizing that. Give me more for Cancer, please. Because you're holding on to something. There's something about holding on to. This could be, you know, with Four of Pentacles, this could be about stability. This could be, but I feel like it's about where your sense of home is. Or maybe you're holding on to an old idea of what home looks like to you, but isn't actually where it's at for you. And it's going to take courage. It's going to take a lot of strength for for you to overcome this, like, kind of, it's almost like a lack of knowing where you stand, or a lack of knowing where you're supposed to go. What's your next step? What's your next move? Feeling out of place. There's not as much heart in this situation. It's mostly about, it's like there's something about money. There's something about a lot of sexual energy, but there really is no emotion in this. The only emotion that we're seeing is this Eight of Cups, and that's a leaving stuff behind. That's talking about walking away from something that it's like walking away from your 8 cups because that's not your 10. Do you understand? Like, because you're knowing that you're worth more. You're worth the full 10 cups. You're not going to settle for less. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Cancer, more for Cancer. Yeah, because this, like I said, it's like this cyclic nature. It's like you're holding on to a thing or a person or a place that isn't actually for you. And it's only a matter of time if you come back together with this person, or if you continue to deal with this. It's only a matter of time before Spirit blows the whole thing up, okay? Because it's not meant for you, but you're not understanding that or taking that into consideration. You're thinking you know best, but the truth is you haven't done enough healing to realize that this isn't actually where it's at for you. Tell me more for Cancer, please. Tell me more for Cancer. You know, I almost want to flip these upright because I'm just seeing something about the way I'm looking at it now is this cyclic nature. It would be this it's like something looks good on the outside. There could also be another person involved in this. Let me get some more. Because we do have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And it's funny because there's this Queen of Cups here, which would be you, Cancer. Waiting for this happily ever after. So you're not moving forward, you're not moving on when you actually need to. You're sitting in an energy of negativity, and a lot of overthinking and just thinking about a lot of negative shit, right? And knowing that it's going to take a lot for you to move forward or move away from this, because this is potentially something that you had called home for a long time, or you're just so used to being on this negative cycle. So you're not seeing the full situation, right? And there could be a major, let me see. Let me get a few more because this is an odd reading. It's like, there is definitely a need for healing. Give me more for Cancer, please, Spirit. There's a lot of like trying to figure out how to like come at this in a more practical manner. There is definitely a need for you to dig into figuring out why you stay attached to energies that are not good for you. It's like you have a misunderstanding of what love should look like. I feel like you think, you know, you're going into situations thinking, oh, this is it, right? Without doing any healing, right? What you don't realize is that this isn't actually it. That if you had done the healing, you would know that this situation isn't for you. And so you just stay on this cycle with this unfinished symphony of constantly going back or repeating a cycle. Maybe it's different faces, but the same energy. And they always leave you at the end of the day feeling lost and alone. Give me more for Cancer, Spirit, please. More for Cancer. There's like somebody who, there could be somebody who manipulates emotional situations. There's definitely an unhealed masculine here. It's like if the healing were being done, you would be able to find your soulmate, but because there's no healing, real healing being done, you're staying stuck in a cycle. And it's just, it could be a different face, but it's the same energy. The other thing that I get here is that you're guarding yourself from another cycle, because you could just be fearful that that's what's going to happen again. Because you've learned from these past energies, these past negative energies, you know, that, but the thing is, because you haven't done the healing, you just, you think, well, all men are like this, or all women are like this, and the fact is that's not the case. You're only getting these experiences because that's what you're attracting to yourself, because you're coming from an unhealed energy. So you're attracting people who are not healed. 15:55 on the clock. You should check that angel number out. That's talking about big change, like a chaotic type of energy. You know what I mean? Like upheaval, like things are, and especially with this orphaned, that's also, there's like change. There's like chaos and conflict about stability and what is and is not for you, right? Big time. This is, with this 24, that's a 6. 6 is about stability. I mean, sorry, 4 is freaking 4 is about stability. What the hell is my problem? 6 is about like harmony, like being in harmony. So this would be about being in harmony. This is a start of something, a start of a journey to find what's for you, but needing to heal in order to gain the harmony and realize what is and is not harmonizing with you, which you will then end that cycle and start something new. But for right now, it's feeling very unsettling. It's a big change, right? Or there's a lot of hurt here. Give me more for Cancer, please. It's definitely like a slow moving, practical type of, it's almost, I feel also, it's almost like, how do I actually get to the place I need to go? Tell me more for Cancer, please. I wish I would have seen that card that tried to jump out but did not. Because there's a lack of looking at the situation for what it is. Again, we're not seeing what we need to see, okay? This is asking you or calling for you to be more in an energy of, it almost sounds like there's a need for you to be on your own for a while. But in this time, when you go out on your own, there's a need for you to actually look into the reasons why the same situation keeps happening for you over and over again. I mean, because we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. We have all this shit in between them, like all of this madness and drama. Somebody doesn't want to move on. There's also a Queen of Cups in here. And then, and it's like, that, I feel like there's an energy of wanting, because that's a very emotional card. It's almost like drowning in emotions. It's like there's so much emotion, you don't know how to get through it. You're sitting here like, when will I see a clear path? But you can't see the clear path because there's no healing being done, and so you're just consistently getting back into the cycle and back into the cycle and back into the cycle, and it's just the same old shit constantly. It's just not ending. And the soulmate energy will not come in until you've really looked at the situation and why you keep picking the same type of people. Can you give me more for Cancer, please, Spirit? Right, getting out of the cycle. Seeing, it's like you've done a lot already. You know when, I feel that there's an energy of you truly knowing when something isn't working for you, but just kind of like blowing it off as if, well, you know what doesn't work, but you want love, or you want this so badly, or you want to feel at home and not orphaned so badly that you just continue on without doing any mending or any real healing, right? You just keep continuing on. You may say, oh, I'm healing, or I've done all this, I've done all that, but the truth is you haven't actually tackled the issues that are the main problems, which there's family issues here that are big time problems. And it's like being abandoned by maybe a parent or something like that, or feeling like abandoned by a parent, which just continues to put you in situations where you're abandoned by your partner. Whatever partner comes up, it's like the same energy, just different faces. And this is Spirit asking you to take a good look at the situation, because there is healing that's available for you, but you have to be able to stop and actually submerge yourself into the healing process. And it will take courage, because it's not easy work. Healing is hard work. All right. There's something about, yeah, there's that energy again, that energy of like feeling like cheated out of something. And I feel like if you were able to see things from a different perspective, you would see that a parent didn't abandon you, or whoever this is, not the relationships. I'm talking about what started all of this would be feeling abandoned, either as a child or, as a youth, where you feel like a parent just kind of left you to your own devices. You kind of felt screwed, like you were just fucked, right? But the thing is, there is healing available to you. You weren't actually cheated out of anything. If you were able to see it from a different perspective, you would be able to see that your parent was trying to do the best that they could. But they didn't have any of the tools to do any better, or they felt that they didn't have any of the tools to do better either. They were basically doing the best that they could. They felt like I almost feel like they felt like as long as they put a roof over your head and they made sure you had everything you needed, that was enough, but they forgot about the part where they needed to love you. So there was like a lack of like feeling really loved by someone. So, and they may not have been as present as they could have been. And so you take that energy, and as you get older, that's now a blockage that's been created in your life. And you're finding it hard to get past that blockage. There is healing that's going to be coming up for you, or there's going to be a time for you to heal coming up. And you should definitely take that time. Spirit is going to be putting you in a position where you have no choice but to heal. But to actually look at the problems and where it all started from the very beginning. And it's going to be something from your family, some issues from your family that have held you back for a lot of years, that have created and wreaked a lot of havoc in your life. You fully have the capability to get through this, because you've been through a lot already. But you'll find out very soon there's going to be some information or a message or something that comes in that gives you the opportunity to take some time to yourself, to really do some searching, some soul searching, to find some answers to some of these old wounds that have always been festering and just wreaking havoc in your life. So healing is coming, so you can look forward to that. I can't give you a time frame right now, but it's definitely coming up, especially with this new energy. So it's time to tackle that, guys. That's kind of what we're looking at. That's what Spirit's asking us to do. But anyway, guys, I hope that you got something out of this. If you did, please drop a like. It is a completely free way to help the channel grow, and it's a really nice thing to do, and I appreciate it. And also, if you were led to subscribe, welcome. So happy to have you here. And if you weren't led to subscribe, that's okay too. I'm just glad you were here for this reading, and I hope to see you in the next one.